Are you ready for the spring calving season? Whoa, what does that mean? Spring calving season is just being wrapped up and we're headed into the summer breeding season. No, I'm talking about, are we getting ready for next year's spring calving season? Because now is the time, I think, when we can make some adjustments to really help ourselves and improve our success next spring. Now's the time, I think, to look back in our calving book and see what problems we had, see if there's any patterns, and therefore we can make some differences right now. Look back in that book and mark down any calves that you've lost and see when that happened. If there was a high percentage of them that you lost right at calving, and especially to 2-year-olds, that may mean a signal then that we need to take a look at our breeding program, making sure that those 2-year-olds are always bred to low birth weight EPD bulls. Also, it may signal that we need to take a look at our heifer growing program to make sure those heifers are well developed. Now, if we saw a pattern where we had quite a little bit of sickness and perhaps death loss at 1 week to maybe 3 weeks of age, that usually signals a high rate of calf diarrhea or calf scours that's been a problem in our herd. Again, I think that means we need to reassess several things that we can take care of right now. Number one, heifer development. As we're growing our replacement heifers, let's make sure that those heifers are in a body condition score 6 at calving time next year. Also, is there a high percentage of the heifers that went through a difficult birth? We know that those calves that were in stage 2 of labor for in excess of an hour are weakened calves. They're slower to get up, find the teat and nurse, and therefore again are deprived of that colostrum in time to give them the best disease protection. And if we know we've had a high percentage of calf diarrhea causing problems in our herd, I'd really suggest that you spend some time visiting with your local veterinarian. Perhaps you need to look at some other things such as the pre-calving calf scours vaccination for cows. Perhaps there's a buildup of some of the pathogens, the bacteria, the viruses that can cause calf diarrhea. This may be the year that we need to reassess that, plan ahead, and move that pasture at least for a year's time so that we can give the old one some time to rest and get rid of some of those pathogens. You might also consider making sure that during the upcoming calving season, that as newborns are born, that we get them out of that calving pasture as soon as possible so that they're less likely to pick up those pathogens or pass them along to the next calves that might be born in that calving pasture. I think if we'll take time to assess where our problems were this year, then we have a chance to really make some changes between now and next spring to reduce the problems that we had, have a higher percentage calf crop, more calves to sell the following year at sale time, and of course, therefore, improve our bottom line. Hey, we look forward to visiting with you again next week on Sunup's CowCalf Corner.